Hello friends, Hollywood is seeing double. And so are we. Really? This month has already seen the release of Happy Death Day to You, spelled with the 2 and then the letter. A sequel to the 2017 hit that was basically Groundhog Day with murder. Well, more murder anyway. Bill Murray kills a groundhog in that film. Films with similar plots and concepts, doppelgangers, if you will, are nothing new to Hollywood. Meanwhile, next month sees the arrival of Jordan Peele's Us, a film in which a family is terrorized by their own doubles, a different type of doppelganger film. This week on Heat Vision Breakdown, we look at the long history of doppelganger movies and the role of doppelgangers in cinema itself. Doppelganger. They say there are no new ideas in Hollywood, though the same people are likely super excited for Denis Villeneuve's Dune movie. You hypocrites. The point is, maybe new takes on old ideas are just as good as brand new creations sometimes. Sure, people still get annoyed that movies like Armageddon and Deep Impact came out in the same year, or Rough Night and Girls Trip, or Batman v Superman Trial of the Century and Captain America Civil War. Okay, I guess that happens quite a bit. As moviegoers, we often claim to crave originality. For every superhero movie, franchise sequel, reboot, or remake that gets buzz, there's a segment of the population asking for original ideas and new concepts. Just check out the social media responses anytime a news story about a remake, a new adaptation, or sequel breaks. That's right, people on social media can be negative. But there's also a comfort that's often found in familiarity. If we look at film storytelling as a conversation, it's difficult to say that anything is entirely original. Stories pull from each other, tropes form genres, and genres form formulas that even deconstructions can't entirely escape. Even Nolan. Damn you! Sheesh. Whether we're talking narrative beats or shot construction, many of our films are constructed out of a language of influences and imitations, some more so than others. There's a reason the formula of the rom-com works. Two people meet, cute, fall in love, have a falling out, and get back together. It's cathartic, and it also lets you see how Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore have aged in 5-year increments. They make a lot of movies together. Jordan Peele's Us, a movie literally about doppelgangers, is an original IP, but it will take inspiration from a number of horror films. Peele had his cast watch a number of movies, including The Birds, The Shining, Dead Again, The Sixth Sense, and It Follows to prepare. But Us, of course, isn't quite what we're talking about when we speak of doppelganger movies, even though it's literally about doppelgangers. It's confusing. Here, let me explain. Another film coming up that does seem to fall into our category is Gemini Man, an Ang Lee film that stars Will Smith as a guy who has to face off against his younger clone. It sounds a little bit like Jean-Claude Van Damme's Double Impact, where he fought his twin, or Looper, where a time-traveling Bruce Willis fought a younger version of himself, who apparently just looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt got stung in the cheeks by a swarm of bees. Gemini Man is also based on a script that's been floating around Hollywood since 1997, which explains why its premise sounds a bit like those of 90s-era action films. Let's not forget that Ang Lee is an Oscar-winning visionary, and even he's not above recontextualized imitation. And the same goes for multiple Oscar winner and deep sea explorer James Cameron. It's a case that has been made many times before, but the highest grossing movie of all time, Avatar, is undeniably similar to Dances with Wolves and Pocahontas.
Oh, and Ferngully.
Oh, right, yeah, Ferngully, sure. For almost a decade, bloggers and critics have tried to explain why Avatar, a film without any ties to an existing property or any major stars, managed to make $2.7 billion, something neither Star Wars nor the Avengers has topped. Some will claim it was the 3D technology, others will blame the lack of quality blockbusters in 2009. It certainly wasn't the charisma of star Sam Worthington. But when it comes down to it, there was a desire to be reminded of certain truths that hold a cultural place for us. Avatar was, quite simply, a movie for everyone. Imitation isn't an inherently negative thing, but it does seem like something we should be aware of, if only to better understand what each individual film is trying to achieve and meet it on its own terms. Based on what keeps getting made, it seems we welcome this invasion of the movie snatchers, despite our angry tweets and Reddit rants. And if we're left disappointed by the result, and we become too aware of the formula, well, then there's always the sequel. So what do you guys think? Is Hollywood too derivative? Or are you still excited for the Dune movie? Let us know why in the comments right down there. Don't forget to subscribe and join us here every Friday morning for new episodes of Heat Vision Breakdown.